Zibunga 360 inMotion presents choice cuts. We are sharing choice cut, excerpt, from the full stream of the joint and collaborative project by the Red Monkey Talks and the Zibunga 360 inMotion channels. The full video is the first in-focus main feature of the Red Monkey Talks show dealing with the Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge disaster of September 16, 1972, and related trivia. It is our objective to expand the narrative, finally fill missing details, and shed the light and information for many who were not around yet when the unfortunate event occurred. Based from the original text published online in Zibunga360.net. This edition contains a revised long-form narrative with additional, comprehensive and updated information. From the script by Japadupi under the direction and technical supervision of Danton Pascual. Subscribe to our channels, like our content, leave a comment, and ring the notification bell to get timely updates. When you like and share our content, you help increase the visibility and distribution of our posts. Your support will also contribute in a huge way to the awareness for others who could learn a thing or two from our content. Now, for our choice cut presentation here. Are in focus for this first edition, we recall and discuss the tragedy that happened 5 decades ago, during a religious celebration of the transfer of the venerated images of the Virgin of Penafrancia and the El Divino Rostro, via a fluvial procession on the Naga River in the city of Naga, Bicol region, the Philippines. We also included during our main discussion and recollection, more snippets of the fluvial coverage, the modern and safe version in the current format of observing the religious celebration. Welcome to our first official long-form outing of Red Monkey Talks show. We are glad and thank you for joining us. In this extended full narrative, we present all the salient details, which include drama and sorrow, personalities and people involved, surrounding the Naga City Colgante Bridge disaster. This whole show shares much of remembrance and recall of the tragedy, and then some. Remembering the sorrows and pain of Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge tragedy of September 16, 1972. We enriched our discussion with narratives of people who shared their very personal eyewitness account of the ensuing events. This new comprehensive edition comes with more updated information in exhaustive long narrative format. Before we start, thank you for listening and watching this portion of the Red Monkey Talks show, which is also being shared by Zibunga 360 inMotion. Please subscribe, leave a comment, like and share this post, and hit the notification bell. It meant so much for us. Your support will contribute in a huge way to the awareness for others who could learn a thing or two from our content. This early, we extend our big thank you to all supporting our channels. When you like and share our content, you help increase the visibility and distribution of our posts. Imagine if we can freely check out the pun and pinch news, information, and culture you need to know. And please continue watching as we move on with the show. Remembering the sorrows and pain of Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge tragedy of September 16, 1972. Long ago during the month of September, some 51 years ago in our fast recall, and counting. Remembering the sorrows and pain of Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge tragedy of September 16, 1972. Long ago during the month of September, some 51 years ago in our fast recall, and counting. It took about another week or two before I decided to go to Colgante Bridge, to find out how it looked like, Joseph Ivan, related. When I got there, there was already a temporary single-lane cross bridge that was constructed along the side of the fallen bridge. Like the original wooden Colgante Bridge, the tiny cross bridge would also sway when a person walked on it. When I was crossing the cross bridge, I looked down at the water. The bottom of the river is barely clear, but I could see white objects that I could not identify. Someone told me that they were body parts, but I did not believe them because the rescuers were able to retrieve all the bodies that were found underneath the bridge. Joseph narrated. The fatalities of the tragic Colgante downfall. Well, it was widely believed and claimed by some that as much as 138 or 140 people perished in the hapless tragedy. No one has come out with factual listing or documents supporting the assumption, not even from the media or government. There was an accepted assumption that some victims were claimed by distraught families, even without proper notification of the authorities. As there were hundreds more were injured, the authorities also failed miserably in conducting verification and documentation, which completely exposed them of massive incompetence, and devoid of compassion, and total disregard from public accountability and responsibility. The family of the victims, injured or fatality, could have not forgiven them, after all, and maybe, up to this time. And here is the listing and final roll call of the documented victims, that they may find peace and rest, forever. Fatalities: Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge disaster of September 16, 1972. 1. Adolfo Macario. 2. Alarcon Cesar. 3. Alarcon Pio Jr. 4. Avila Arnold. 5. Azuela Roberto. 6. Azurias Loreto Javier. 7. Babasa Asuncion. 8. Babasa Rosalia. 9. Buloline Benjamin. 10. Boomban Renante. 11. Bona Herbert. 12. Boris Andres. 13. Bravante Claro Badiala. 14. Brasinho Ruperto Jr. 15. Candelaria Rizolino. 16. Canon Vicente. 17. Canon Purita. 18. Canon Rebecca. 19. Castillo Nelson. 20. Celeste Arcadio Jr. 21. Cuerdo Ramon. 22. Dogal Ramon. 23. Dodico Jose Jr. 24. De Lima Alfredo. 25. De Lima Araceli. 26. Della Trinidad Edwinar. 27. De Masapil Bella. 28. Diulata Afrin. 29. Epris Salvador C. 30. Fausto Ruperto Canlas. 31. Flores Vicente Jr. 32. Julianda Felipe. 33. Lee Carmen. 34. Mendoza Felicissimo. 35. Melody Cirillo. 36. Miradora Wilhelmina. 37. Miraiko Bilinkin Nunes. 38. Narvaez Luz. 39. Nazareta Maricho V. 40. Nem Singh Gilberto. 41. Nilo Fortunato Jr. 42. Nolasco Edwin. 43. Nolasco Juanito. 44. Obias Milagro C. 45. Oida Santiago E. 46. Oliverio Zacarias Davica. 47. Oriente Lulani. 48. Padua Antonio. 49. Palestro Key Emilia. 50. Paraiso Virgilio R. 51. Prado Zoilo Jr. 52. Presbitero Lilius C. 53. Renun Hercules. 54. Ravago Augusto. 55. Ravago Russico B. 56. Revilla Nestor. 57. Rey Jose Luis Manuel P2. 58. Rico Alejandro. 59. Rowing Felix. 60. Robles Elmer. 61. Robrito Maria Serrano. 62. Roja Leonardo. 63. Roja Peeler. 64. Romano Salvador. 65. Rosel Manuel. 66. Solopar Jolen. 67. Salomon Paulo. 68. San Pascual Noel C. 69. Certain Filomena. 70. Serrano Alberto. 71. TUP Nestor. 72. Torres Evelyn. 73. Velarde Jose. 74. Zaragoza Loreto Jr. You have just listened to the complete listing of fatalities of the Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge disaster of September 16, 1972. Even with confirmed listed fatalities, only 38 families filed and pursued a case against the city government of Naga during the term of Vicente Cibolo. Attorney Agapito Tri represented the city, while attorney Luis Henril Jr. stood for the families of the victims. The first hearing was presided by Judge Gloria Navarro of Regional Trial Court No. 20. The case moved in a snail pace. True enough, the saying that justice delayed is justice denied applied perfectly well on this situation. It took 19 years later before the families who filed the case were indemnified by the city. The highest monetary award was 10,000 pesos, but unfortunately, many received 2,500 pesos only during the term of Mayor Jesse Robredo. Taking into account the inflationary factor, 1 Philippine peso in the year 1981 is valued at, or equivalent to, 19 pesos and 58 centavos in 2022, the closest Philippine inflation conversion reference we have so far. So that, the minimum indemnification received by the family of victims at Philippine pesos of 2,500 is equivalent to 48,950 Philippine pesos in 2022. By the way, we have not confirmed information if the injured victims ever got free medical assistance, or the fatalities received decent burial assistance from the government. As a hint, it even took 19 years for the family of the victims before they received a measly indemnification. In 1973, construction was completed of a new all-weather concrete Colgante bridge, opened for vehicular traffic, which is being used up until now. In 2014, the City Council of Naga passed Resolution No. 2014-045 at the behest of the Barangay Council of San Francisco. It renamed Mabini Street, of the same locality, which intersects Penafrancia Avenue, to Hinawasan Street. The proponents claimed the new name came from the street's historical role, as the location where the images of Our Lady of Penafrancia and El Divino Rostro passed through after being brought back to land, during the aftermath of the Penafrancia Fluvial Procession tragedy of September 16, 1972. Mayor John Bongat signed the ordinance on July 22, 2014. Some lessons are learned the hard and deadly way. In the case of the Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge collapse, the lesson happened twice, once in 1948 and another in 1972. It were lessons learned in the most hurtful, hardest and deadliest way ever. The modern Penafrancia Traslacion and Fluvial procession was updated with safety in the mind by the organizers of the festivities, which include the Catholic hierarchy of the Archdiocese of Casiers, the local city government, the peacekeeping officials, the laypeople and devotees, in one umbrella. Now, the Traslacion procession features the images carried on the shoulders of designated priests out the main back doors of the cathedral, to the quadricentennial ark and stage altar, for the 2 o'clock afternoon mass. After the mass, the images are mounted onto the wheeled carriages without being carried on the shoulders of rowdy, intoxicated voyadores. The construction of barge follows strict safety guideline and precautionary oversight. The 3 concrete bridges of Pangungnipan, Colgante and Magsaysay, the Vanquerna will pass are heavily manned by peacekeeping personnel during the fluvial event. You have just watched a choice cut excerpt from the first In Focus main feature of the Red Monkey Talks show, dealing with the Penafrancia Fluvial Colgante Bridge disaster of September 16, 1972, and related trivia. From the joint and collaborative project by the RMT and the Zabunga 360 inMotion channels. Based from the original text published online in zabunga360.net. This edition contains a revised long-form narrative with additional, comprehensive and updated information. From the script by Japadupi under the direction and technical supervision of Danton Pascual. Subscribe to our channels, like our content, leave a comment, and ring the notification bell to get timely updates. When you like and share our content, you help increase the visibility and distribution of our posts. Your support will also contribute in a huge way to the awareness for others who could learn a thing or two from our content. Thanks for watching.